you are a resilience champion. Resilience is like a muscle. If you've not used this muscle, it's been immobilized for some time due to some injury or for whatever reason. You need to rehabilitate, to reactivate it, and you need to strengthen it. And that's what happened in the Western world. In Europe, where I live now, I can see we have disconnected from our ability of resilience. We have lost even the faith and the self-confidence that we are resilient, that we can do with this crisis. And so that leads us to take a little of irrational decisions, really selfish ones and based out of fear. Like, I mean, the one of the toilet paper, it's a little funny, but it's sad at the same time, but it's no judgment about that. It's taken because we don't believe in how resilient we are. And then we just go for something so stupid and toilet paper and the less necessary of all the items we can find in a supermarket. So there's one part, and the other part, we have so much to give to our communities, even if it's confined from home, through activating this resilience, retaking the self-confidence. So I've been working 23 years in countries affected by wars, by natural disasters, and I've learned so much of these people about resilience, and I had to develop and connect with mine all the time. And I was exposed to the wisdom of these entrepreneurs who don't have to manage one crisis in a while. They on crisis mode all the time with these communities who just don't know what's going to happen the next hour or the next day. And we are resilient. It's part of all what we are. So I'm proposing you 7 days, every day, one question and one exercise, so that you reconnect with this resilience of yours, and you reactivating it, strengthening it, revealing it, unleashing it, and letting it shine. Because I like to refer to resilience like this inner diamond of ours, this thing that nothing can break, even the worst circumstances that we hold within, that it's unique to us. We all have it. And like a diamond, diamond, they all maybe look the same, but they're all unique. Okay? So, well, they not all look all the same. A gem specialist would say, hey, no. But for us, you can see, say, oh, they kind of look the same color and everything, but no, they're all so unique. And they have a common thing. They're unbreakable. You just cannot change that. Okay? We have that. So let's bring it to a shine. My first question to you is you're going to rate yourself from 1 to 5 on how good you are at adapting change. 1 being the lowest rate, so you're almost 0 at adapting to change, and 5, you're really good at adapting to change. So take 3 seconds. Needs to be immediate answers. You know how good you are at adapting change. And anyway, I know what is your answer or what should be your answer. Yeah, I'm going to have this arrogance saying I know. It's a 5. You have adapted to this brutal and radical change in your life, in your professions, in your countries, in your enterprise. You have adapted to this change. You are here alive. You are getting up. You are doing stuff. You have adapted. Period. Yes, there are many things that can be improved, and that's what we're going to work on. Because this resilience, this inner diamond that we want to reveal, it's not only to manage this crisis, to adapt and to live it the best possible and to transform it into opportunity. Why we want also to reveal this resilience and to strengthen it? Because what's expecting us after the crisis is huge. We need to recover economically, physically, emotionally, psychologically. to have shining and strong resilience for that. Okay? And for the world. So you are a 5 on adapting change. And actually you can say, oh yes, but I mean it was imposed to me. Interesting. Interesting. So it demonstrates that the other moments in your life, because I think in Europe, frankly, in adapting to change before the crisis, between 1 and 3, we were between 1 and 3. There was very few people above 3. Why? So used to abundance, so much in the fear of losing anything, etc. And what's happening? That we resist change. So that's our own resistance that makes that we are not able to adapt to change. We can adapt to change. It's a 5. It was from one day to another. It was unexpected. It's the first time in our history. And yet we've been doing it. Interesting breakthrough for after the crisis. It's our resistance to change that makes it difficult, including sometimes impossible to change. Second thing you can say, oh yes, but Amelie, it's very different. You compare things that you cannot compare. Here's a question of life and death. Very interesting. So when the motivation is strong enough, there's no problem to adapt to change. So my dear friends, especially the ones who are entrepreneurs or leaders of teams, you know, in a company, in an organization, change is in life. But in your case, what you have to lead and to manage is change many times. So you know, you've seen with this crisis what works with people. One is the resistance that's blocking change. So how do we work with this resistance? And second, it's the motivation that's lacking. The understanding of why it's so important. Okay, so that's for after, but let's keep it. I mean, if you like to write or you like to record videos and for yourself or for the world or for whoever, I mean, just do it. I mean, it's so rich. The experience of crisis is so rich of learning and opportunities. So the question is a 5. You're a 5. You're a queen and you're king at adapting change. So I want you to congratulate yourself. And I want you to congratulate the member of your teams. Tell them, wow, congratulations. You've adapted that change. I mean, we can improve the way we're doing it, but you've done it. Congratulations. And you know, for acknowledgement and appreciation, it's very important that we do it on concrete things, because then it goes deeper. It sounds more authentic and it has a bigger impact on the psychology and on the bonding in the team, or including on our own psychology, if we are giving this self-appreciation and this acknowledgement to oneself, or if we're giving it in the family. So what are the concrete facts? I want each of you to take a piece of paper and a pen. Because I'm the old generation. For the younger generation, you can take your laptop or your tablet or whatever. I would like you list down all the things that you have done since you're confined. Okay? What have you done? And of course, always going to what you've not done is going to come to your mind. What you've done is not good, and what you've done. No, I want you. That's something we need to shift also. The basis of resilience is knowing who we are, what we do. We cannot have a diamond shining on basis on nothing. It's like a tree, this resilience. No, that's what's holding us and cannot be made of what we don't have or what we are not, because we are not. And that is, period. So yeah, we always want to be something else than what we are, but that's finished. We confine with oneself. That's a great opportunity to look at that. And if we want to recover, if we want to stay alive and to stay strong and to recover and to go further, we need to reconnect to that. Period. So you list all what you've done. Okay? List, tack. I've done this. I've organized that. I've planned this. This. I've been able to do this. Tack. And when you write down all what you've done since the confinement, wow, then you just enjoy it. You read it in your next team meeting on Zoom or on Skype. Take these 5 minutes at the beginning of the meeting to have this bonding moment where you're going, each of you, to read this list. And you're going to appreciate the other. You're going to ask the person to appreciate oneself. Say, well, I appreciate myself and I want to read you the list of the things I have done. And not only the professional, not the personal, the things, how I've managed the two of them together, because that's what we have to face nowadays when we're working from home. Okay? Take this space of acknowledgement, appreciation, appreciate the other. Say, wow, you are great, it's amazing, congratulations for doing all of that, you inspire me. And when we're going to listen to the others also, so do it with the friends also, if you are alone at home, definitely with your family, and then appreciate, congratulate, and then you will see when you hear, say, oh my God, me too, I have done that. Okay, so that's an essential part of your resilience, being able to observe, appreciate, and acknowledge what you do. The second part of the exercise is what are the values and the quality that you have activated to get that done. Okay, creativity, commitment, ability to stay positive, drive, or fun, sense of humor. What are all these qualities and these values that you have activated and that enabled you to do what you have done? These are core part of your inner diamond, of your resilience. Because this is not only today, this is what you have, who you are, and so difficult it is to identify them, to post them, to list them. So here you're going to list at least 3 today, and then every day I want you to add on this list of what you're doing and what are the values and the qualities you're activating to have this done. This is going to give a boost to your self-confidence, self-esteem. This is going to start the reconnection with your resilience. You can see that tomorrow is going to be another day. And I want to congratulate you for doing it, for taking on board this change, this radical change. And you are a resilience champion. Just let us together help each other, support each other to reveal all these resilience champions and live our legacies in our own lives and in the world.